Hey everybody, Jerry here from Android Central, and let's have a close look here at the T-Mobile G2, the latest device to currently be out on T-Mobile. Let's have a quick look at the hardware again. There's your headphone jack, 3.5mm, power button, flipper here over to the back. There's your speaker grill, camera and flash, nice brushed aluminum back door here. Love the latch to open the battery door, makes things nice and simple. One thing you do have to make sure the pins are in the correct place when you close it up, so let me put it down here and make sure that. Don't want to hang it half open. Camera button, here on the dedicated camera button is nice to see. The bottom you can see we've got a microphone, and let's have a close look at that hinge. Something new that, the verdict is out how long it'll last, but it looks good, works well. There's your USB connector, volume rocker up and down. Got a trackpad here with a lighted ring. It lights up for notifications and it pulses, only in white. Capacitive buttons all around. You've got 7 home screens rather than the original 5 that comes with Froyo. And as you can see, they zip along pretty fast. A little bit of carrier bloat. Got My Account, My Device, Web to Go from T-Mobile. And Photo Bucket, I'm not sure what's going on there. That has to have been possibly a licensing agreement or something, because it's obtrusive and obnoxious. And you've got a whole bunch of what I'm going to call Google bloat. My Tracks, Goggles, SkyMap, Earth, Listen, all great applications, but they're installed by default. It's the Quick Keys widget. We'll have a look at that in a second. And here you can see I've got a couple benchmarking applications installed on here. Other than that, this is stock. Google Shopper, Listen, SkyMap, great applications, but I would prefer the choice whether to install them or not. The good thing is it doesn't seem to affect the speed of the phone. You can see it zipping through there pretty well. Bring it back and watch it as it jumps between home screens. Tap on a widget. The app opens up pretty quickly. There's nothing slow about the phone. Quick keys, you can assign an action to one of the 3 keys. Here I've got Amazon MP3, a bookmark to our website, and Google Translate. And those work just like the physical buttons on on the widget. You tap one, and there's Translate. Tap this one, and it opens up our website from the bookmark. We'll look at that in a second. This one opens up the Amazon MP3 store, just like as if you had pressed the physical buttons. So let's hit the first one here, open up the Amazon store, hit the last one and open up Google Translate. Now let's hit this one and fire up the web browser. Stock Froyo web browser, as far as I can tell, does have Flash installed, so let's go ahead and turn that on and see if we can't bog the system down completely. Let's see if we can slow her up. Like I said, it's stock Froyo, works well. You can see it's pretty responsive and fast. Pinch to zoom works nicely, just like we're used to. Notice the web page hasn't even loaded yet. We're not seeing any of that cross-hatching, preloading space holders that we might see in other platforms. Scroll down here. I purposefully have not opened this on this device. It's Phil's hands-on with the Merge, which is basically the G2 for Verizon. But I want to show everybody the inline flash. Let's put flash to the test. Turn all the flash on the page. Give it a second to load it all up. It's bad comes with the good. We like the choice of having flash, but ads and whatnot are going to come with it. You can see the browser's still pretty responsive even while it's loading. Let's turn on the video. Give it a second to buffer. And here it is. You can't hear the music because I'm doing a voiceover, but it's our funky song, and there's Phil saying hello to all of us, and it's not choppy. It's playing just fine. Fire it up in YouTube, just like you can on any other phone running Froyo. It looks great. Quality's fine. Sound is a little tinny. I think that's speaker design. We'll get into that in the post a little bit. Landscape is only available if you have the keyboard open. The phone performs well in portrait. I'm not going to complain too much about that. See, here's the app drawer landscape. It's just as responsive as it was before. Flip it over here and have a look at the settings. Oops, go back out of that. It's Froyo. It's basically stock. T-Mobile has added in the quick keys, and that's what we looked at before. It corresponds with the buttons here on the keyboard. And they've removed tethering, which hopefully they're putting that back in from what I understand. Applications you're allowed to install from unknown sources, so that's good. And other than that, I mean, there's nothing that we really haven't seen before. Here's Swipe. Swipe is pre-installed, so if you don't want to use the physical keyboard, you have Swipe as an option, as well as the regular keyboard. T-Mobile didn't really cripple anything, or they didn't add too much. Let's go in here to the About phone. No system updates. I can never get that lucky. You can see it's the T-Mobile G2 running Android 2.2, and there's your baseband, your radio information, kernel, the build number. Nothing there is a surprise. It's all current. It's all up to date. We're not using an old archaic version of Linux to run the thing, or it's got release keys. There's a few market issues, but nothing to do with the signing keys. Once again, you can see it flips through the screens pretty well. One thing I wanted to show you, a visual representation. Anybody with a Nexus or an Evo or Desire, etc., knows that the Water Live wallpaper gives the original Snapdragon a fit. You can see on this new version with the newer graphics, it doesn't. It's responsive, it's fast, it's fluid. It's great. T-Mobile, I'll give you guys credit. The hardware and the operating system itself works really well together, and it's something that anybody with good T-Mobile service should probably take a look at. I'll talk to you guys later.